teach our children that. You know, this homosexuality thing is just running through the hood like a damn disease. You have 11 and 12-year-old children, 11-year-old boys walking around switching, and that's based on what they've seen on television. Now, the cracker has all these television shows, Brokeback Mountain, Queer as Folk. You got late night. You know, you see white boys kissing. All types of satanic rituals. Because the white man is a freak. The white man is a cold freak. That's in his nature. That's how he is. You know, and if you don't believe that, all you have to do is study the history of the European. Instead of looking at what's been indoctrinated to you, that Christopher Columbus discovered America. How in the hell are you going to discover something and discover a people that's already existing? The Native Americans were already over here chilling. They had their own civilization. They had their own way of living. They had their own unique culture. And here comes these 3 boats filled with smallpox, dead people, dead animals, carcasses, syphilis, all types of different diseases, and they came over here and invaded, and as a result, more and more Europeans invaded this country, and and the long-term effect of that was that 77 million of the Native Americans were slaughtered. And they teach us to accept that. They teach us that George Washington was the founding fathers. He was one of the founding fathers, when all actuality he was one of the founding fathers. They don't tell you that George Washington died as a result of contracting pneumonia from raping a slave woman in the slave quarters. They don't tell you that Thomas Jefferson raped over 200 women. But if they were the founding fathers, let's take a look at that. Why don't you see any white people with the last name of Washington, Jefferson, Franklin, and Jackson, Andrew Jackson? Those are some key crackers that played a significant role in the damaging of the black woman. But you got Samuel L. Jackson, you got Denzel Washington, you got Aretha Franklin, and you got a show called The Jeffersons, which is so degrading and dehumanizing to the black community, because the show was based on the nigga, I got mine, you gotta get yours. And if you think about it, Weezy was always trying to convince George, who was a bisexual, that he should give back to the community, that he shouldn't forget where he came from. And that's what that show was based on. They had white people coming in and out of the damn house whenever they felt like it, you know, and we buy into that. We've had all these degrading TV shows, Sanford and Son, about a father and son with no female counterpart in the home, and all they did was sell junk and pick up junk off the streets, and they were happy with that. Fred Sanford, who was a wino, who had cataracts and could never live up to his expectations. His wife has died. They never tell you how she passed. Other TV shows, Good Times, where you had a whole complete dysfunctional family, and every time they were ready to make a move or saved up enough money to move out of the projects, something happened where it kept them in the projects. And the theme song was Ain't We Lucky We Got 'Em. So we bought into that, and as a result of that, you still have people that live in project housing today with that same mentality. They have never recovered from that type of programming. Now, let's talk about today. Let's talk about today. Specifically, black males. Black males have a tendency, like I said, to be entertained. You see blacks, especially in DC, black men walk around with redskin jerseys, redskin hats. They got flags all over their damn car. and they can't even get in the game. They can't even, they're not even worthy enough to be let into the damn stadium. And they can tell you how many touchdowns such and such ran, and how many points this person had made, and all types of statistics about an athlete's career, but you don't know your great-great-great-grandmother's name and what her purpose was. Whether she was part of the Underground Railroad, or whether she participated in various slave revolts or insurrections, or whether she was raped by one of the founding fathers for your existence. And we got to get out of that mentality. We got to get out of that mentality. And black men, you need to start reading. Black women, you need to start reading. And they say that if you want to keep something from a black person, just put it in a book. And I find that to be true. Because we're so focused on trying to look good and smell good and feel good that we don't know who we are. We lack knowledge of self. And once you find out who you are, once you examine yourself and find out who you really are, you begin to see and you'll begin to grow. And the white man won't have nothing coming. And he knows that. That's why they use that particular programming, and they have these TV shows, and they give you these little toys and stuff to keep you pacified and keep you sedated, so you won't even think about or take the time out or have the desire to find out who you really are. The black woman has to understand that she is the mother of civilization, queen of the planet, goddess of the universe, that all life came through the black woman. All life. The black woman gave everybody permission to exist. And sisters, you got to stop the way you acting too. You got to stop walking around with that piss-colored hair, with that dog piss-colored hair. You walk around with those tight-ass clothes on because you think that all you have is just, your whole entire being is based on what your outer appearance is. And you need to stop that. And then you wonder why you don't get any respect. And then you're always dependent upon the government to help you. Because most of your sisters, your ultimate goal is to have a child, to get some government relief, get on Section 8, watch Jerry Springer all day, watch Judge Mathis all day, get on the phone and gossip about other people that are trying to liberate themselves and trying to free themselves. And you got to get out of that. You got to get out of that trifling mentality. And you men, you brothers, you need to start treating your women like they're queens. Stop thinking, you know, that male chauvinist thing that the man is the king and the man is first and the woman is subordinate. How in the hell can a woman be subordinate when she gave life to you? If she didn't give us permission to exist, our asses wouldn't be here. So we need to be clear about that. We need to be very clear about that. And that's what the street law soldiers, and that's what we do. We're just not an organization, we're a movement for the uplifting and the mental and spiritual resurrection of our people. We're not playing, we're not bullshitting. This is for real. We're in a life and death. Right now we are in a crisis mode. The red flags are up in terms of us finding out who we are. The street law soldiers are well educated in knowledge of self. They're highly disciplined. They're highly structured. They're not compromising. We're not bending over for nobody. A lot of Christian people, these little faith-based organizations have rejected us.